Hi guys, what's going on? Huge news for Imperial Assault today, and actually a huge surprise. So today's the 5th of May, and this actually, we expected news to come out on the 4th of May because that's Star Wars Day, but on the 5th of May, they dropped a bombshell on us, and that the next new expansion for Imperial Assault has been announced. So we got some details here. It's going to be called Heart of the Empire, and this is going to take place on Coruscant. Now, the big surprise is everybody expected it to be an Endor expansion with Ewoks, and that's not the case. So this is all taking place on Coruscant. It looks like it's pretty much all pre-A New Hope. It's going to have the Emperor in it, and it's going to have 16 missions, so a full campaign. And very interesting. 3 new heroes. There's going to be a new mechanic where everybody has companions, so like little droids and things that are going to activate with you. You're going to get a big ATDP, so a big kind of chicken walker-ish looking thing. So that looks pretty cool. A lot of new sentry droids and riot troopers and a lot of cool stuff like that. The big thing is the Emperor is going to be in this one, so that's cool. He'll become and they also announced 3 expansions, and I'm going to talk about those a little bit later. But another big thing, a big theme of this expansion is power tokens. And from what it looks like right now is the power tokens are, if something gives you a power, kind of like when something can give you a focus, something can give you a power token, and those power tokens can basically be used during combat to gain like the symbol. So you might get a power token that gives you an extra armor or an extra damage when attacking. So power tokens are nice. It's a different way to upgrade a character. So that looks kind of cool. And it's also a new type of, power slot that certain characters can get. Oh, well, you can surge for, a power token of this type or that type. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised about a lot of things, but one of the cool little teasers that they gave us in this is this card, Driven by Hatred. So if you were kind of annoyed that Darth Vader was really great when the game first came out and now he's not, check out Driven by Hatred. This is a huge improvement to Darth Vader. First off, you get a -5 point cost, and he gets just so many benefits from him. I think this card is going to make Darth Vader viable again. I think this is. What do you think? Do you think this is going to make Darth? There's so much on this card, and I just think it's really cool. So Darth Vader is going to be. I think the Empire is going to come back. The Empire is going to strike back, if you will. Okay, so let's talk about the expansions also. There's the 3 new expansions. We've got one per faction, as is per usual. Let's start off with Maul for the Scum and Villainy faction. So Maul looks really cool. Now this is Star Wars Rebels-esque Maul. He's not Darth Maul, not working for the Emperor. He is, scum Maul, and so he looks like he hits really hard. He can self-focus, and he's got this really cool ability. If he hasn't activated yet, he can't die, so you can't heal him. But a lot of times you're not healing your guys anyway, right? Don't heal him. But if he's kind of got plot armor, and he gets to make sure he gets to attack. So kill him if you want to. He's still going to come back and get you. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk about Palpatine. Oh, wow. All right, so this guy, I'm not sure how I feel about Palpatine. I think he's somebody I'm going to have to play a couple of times to really figure out how I'm going to feel about him. But he's got a lot of automatic things that happen with him. He's got free, he can make somebody attack for free. He's got this free damage he can deal and also give out power tokens. And Force Lightning. Force Lightning's really strong. It's really strong, and he can still attack. And he's slow. He's a little slow to move, but that's fine. He's got that. Like he's balanced. He's also doesn't cost like 20 points either. So it's about time. Like when the game first came out, they were talking about that the Emperor would be in the game at some point. So it's nice to finally see him. And let's talk about Ahsoka. Oh, I'm very happy to see Ahsoka. Now, Ahsoka, actually, I'm not sure how I feel about her either. She's very defensive. She looks like she's an incredibly defensive character, and it looks like she gets, a power token for to completely evade an attack. So that looks, like that could be really good. You really have to concentrate fire to kill her, unless I'm reading it wrong. It looks like that's what she gets, basically. And it looks like she's gotten moderately good melee attack, but she's very mobile and very defensive, so she'll play really good for objective play or get here and activate this terminal or whatever. I think she might be really strong, and she looks like she's very versatile, so she could fit in a lot of different builds. But man, this is just a nice looking wave, and I'm really surprised. So are you surprised? I want to ask you something, because the completionist in me feels like this stinks a little bit, because now I'm not getting my Endor expansion. The completionist in me says I've got every one of the 3 movies. I've got my Sand People from episode 4. I've got my Snow Troopers and Wampas from episode 5. But where I need my Ewoks from episode 6. You know, I need my Ewok. But at the same time, there's a big part of me that doesn't want Ewoks, or at least is in no hurry to get Ewoks. So I just don't know how to feel about this. How do you feel about this? Are you pleased that they're doing Coruscant? And I mean, I'm glad we're getting the Emperor, that's for sure. That's something I did expect to get. I also expected Yoda. So Yoda could still come at a follow-up expansion. But I think we were all kind of blindsided by this one. And I'm curious how you feel about the lack of Ewoks. Do you still want to get them eventually? Or do you think we could just say, no, never, no Ewoks ever? I grew up, Return of the Jedi was my favorite Star Wars movie growing up, so Ewoks were definitely a part of my upbringing. I watched that movie quite a bit. I'm not crazy about Ewoks, but they have their place. And that's how I feel, but I'm curious to hear how you feel. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this video and click the little bell to enable alerts, and because pretty soon, if you're an Imperial Assault player, we got some more expansions coming out. And yeah, that's going to be pretty cool to see Hera and some of the crew from Rebels finally making their place on our table. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about the Ewoks. Were you completely surprised, or were you expecting them to skip Ewoks altogether? Do you feel like you need to have Ewoks in your collection to complete this game for the original trilogy, or can you do without them? All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.